Hey everybody, welcome back to my Python 3 for Beginners tutorial. So in this tutorial we're going to learn something called break, and I'll show you what that is here in a minute, but basically in this tutorial what we're going to do is we're going to make, it's not really a guess the number game because you're not putting in a number, but it's going to be like a guess the number game type logic. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to comment set a variable for the computer to guess, and I'm going to make that number, and I'm going to make it equal 40. Now down here we're going to do use a for loop to range from 1 to 100, because the game would be guess between a number from 1 to 100. So if I go for n in range 100, if n is number, print n. So one other thing I want to show you in this video too is, we've been going to run and run, but all you have to do after the first time you run a program, and since we've been using this project1.py, we can do it. If it's the first time you're running it, you have to go run. But if it's not the first time, you can just hit this play button over here, and you'll see it printed 40. Now, we can do a few different things with this, because I can do if n is number, if n is less than number, print n. Alright, so that's your standard if statement, for loop and if statement. So let's put back to if n is the number. And something else I want to show you. I know I showed you earlier the str command that we used, but if you want to put in a print statement an integer and a string, I'm going to teach you another way to do that now. So n is the number, so we can put print n and comma. Now we can put the single quotes and a space is the number, and you'll see 40 is the number. I'm going to clear that out. It looked like I didn't even need the space there. So what if, though, I put an else statement here? I put print n. Let's see what happens. Oh my. Well, when it got to 40 here, it did print 40 is the number as it's supposed to, but then it continued to print. Well, there's a few problems with that. One, that's taking up computer memory that you don't need to take up. Now, in a small program like this, you're probably not even going to notice it, but if it was a large program doing that multiple times, you're going to start to slow down the computer, you're going to start to slow down your program, and it's really not a good thing. But how can we prevent it? Well, that's where break comes in. Basically, what we're telling it to do is if n is the number, so once it finally finds out that it's 40, print that n is the number, but then break out of here. Basically, just think of it as you're done, break, it's over, and it'll no longer print anything past that, and you're not going to use any unnecessary memory that you don't need to use. So if I run this again, let me clear the console so it's easier to see, and then it'll say 40 is the number. So you can see that break is very important, because as you start to write larger programs, they are definitely, this would definitely be a problem if it would keep printing out past what you want it to here and taking up a lot of memory. So that's the break command. Mess around with it. You can try it with different things. You can try with multiple if statements, and just play with it until you're comfortable with it. Okay? Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.